Yo, what's going on, guys? It is your boy, the Baby Beast, and welcome back to another Destiny 2 video. Today, we are going to be talking about some of these weapons that I think you should be bringing into Edge of Fate, and we are going to start off with this free-to-play option real quick. I would like to let you guys know I got a couple of free-to-play options after this. There's probably not going to be a lot of free-to-play options, so we're going to start right here with the Riptide. Now, the Riptide can be focused from Lord Shaxx. You have a couple of crucible engrams, you can get the Riptide really easily, and it comes with chill clip and auto-loading holsters. The reason why I have auto-loading holster is because this is a secondary weapon. I'm not going to be using it. Chill clip did get a little bit of a nerf, but it is still going to be a really good secondary for freezing big guys and doing a lot of extra damage. For my primary weapon, I have Luna's Howl, which has incandescent hill clip. As you guys can see from the kill counter, I do use this weapon a lot. I do have multiple weapons to replace this weapon if you guys don't like hand cannons or if you guys don't want to farm Onslaught, but Luna's Howl is my favorite hand cannon for PvE, and I do use it with incandescent hill clip. And for my heavy weapon, I do have Hezen's Vengeance. Now I do have some options for easier grinding, but I do have the elemental holding Envious Arsenal, God Roll, Hezen's Vengeance, and I would definitely recommend that for a free-to-play player. It might be hard to get, but if you farm Vault to Glass while it is the featured raid, find a really good team, you should get it in no time. So we're going to be starting off with our kinetic weapons. The first weapon we're going to start off with is the hand cannon from the Season of Revenant. If you want to farm this, you need to first have the Season of Revenant, and then you need to go to the crafting table, craft up a potion to go get this hand cannon, or you go farm the Revenant version of Onslaught and it will drop. The reason why I say you should get this is because it has Rhymestealer Headstone. Rhymestealer Headstone is going to be a very crazy combination for the simple fact of Frost Armor. Any weapon that could spawn Frost Armor from Rhymestealer is going to be really nuts because of the artifact. The artifact has a couple of different ways or different things that happens when you get Frost Armor. For example, the one I can remember from the top of my head lets you freeze the area around you once you get a stack of Frost Armor. There are, I believe, a couple, I think 5 tops. I think 5 is all there's just a whole bunch of different combinations that you could get once you get a stack of Frost Armor. So I have this hand cannon. The red tip can also have Headstone Rhymestealer, but I don't have it on this roll. I am going to go farm it later. I will be streaming that. And then we have the Live Fire, which is a free-to-play option. This is a world drop, and it also comes with Rhymestealer Headstone. The red tip comes from the same way as you get this hand cannon Excuviate. And same way, it's either you go to Onslaught or you go to the Helm and you brew up a potion, drink that potion to get this weapon to drop. Now, for our secondary special weapons in the kinetic slot, we have Perfect Paradox with 1-2 punch and field prep. So if you guys don't know, melee damage is getting an extreme buff, so shotguns for 1-2 punch definitely went up in stock. So 1-2 punch, you guys should know how that works. If you don't, if you hit every pellet in your shot, the punch that you do after that shot does an increased damage for a short time, and then casting no shadows is when you get a melee punch in and then it reloads a small amount of your reserves into your weapon. I got field prep here so I can get extra reserves and I can reload the weapon faster when I am crouched, but if I'm using this gun properly with these 2 perks, I shouldn't need to reload my weapon. Now we have this Hake shotgun. This is also a roll drop. I have it with 1-2 punch and auto-loading holsters just in case you don't have the Season of Echoes, which is where the shotgun drops from. But this shotgun is also really good. I have it with auto-loading holsters because I believe that is the best reload perk in this column. 1-2 punch is going to be really good, and this is the Hake weapon, which does extra damage to constructs and vehicles. But for our honorable mentions, I have Tenacious Mastery. The reason why I said this is our honorable mentions is because you cannot get this weapon anymore. I think until the next 7 months, this weapon will be unattainable, but if you still have it, it is going to be really good. The reason why I have Air Trigger, because that Air Trigger reload speed is disgusting. And Chill Clip is still going to be good. It got a small nerf, but it's still going to be a really good weapon. Alright, let's go on to our energy weapons. The first weapon I would like to talk about is Claws of the Wolf, and just like Tenacious Mastery, this weapon is not attainable, but if you have it, please try it out with Repulsor Brace and Destabilizing Rounds. If you don't have this, I'm sorry to hear, but Stabilizing Rounds just got a crazy buff this season. Basically, you could proc it back to back to back without any problems. Repulsor Brace gives you a little bit of overshield, just enough to keep you in the game, in the fight for a very long time. This is a rapid fire, so this is more of a close to medium range instead of a medium to long range type of weapon, but this is my only void option in this category that is going to be what I'm worthwhile. Our second weapon is a Bird in Action. Just like the Perfect Paradox, Bird Action came from the Season of Echoes, and I do have an Incandescent Hill Clip. This is a rocket assisted sidearm that does a lot of damage, and this thing has never steered me wrong. As you guys can see, I use this gun a lot. It has 72 levels on it, but it's really good. I don't really have a lot to explain here. It's a rocket assisted sidearm that clears out rooms and heals you a lot. Oh yeah, if you're using Incandescent Hill Clip, make sure you increase your heal clip, because when you have regular heal clip, it only heals you, but if you have enhanced heal clip, it heals you and your teammates. So enhanced heal clip is the way to go for that. And this is our next option right here. We have the Prosecutor. Now, the Prosecutor is a free-to-play weapon that you could get from the Rite of the Nine. The Rite of the Nine is the new, basically like Into the Light type of activity that they did for this year. It's right next to Eternity. You go to Eternity, and then this Rite of the Nine is going to be on the left side. But this comes from the Prophecy Dungeon in Eternity, and it can drop with Dragonfly and Volt Shot, and this is going to be my clearing room weapon. It should be able to do a lot of damage really quickly with Dragonfly clearing out most of the rooms, and I get my reload, getting Volt Shot, clearing out the room again, and then reprocking it with Dragonfly, constantly back and forth ad clearing potential weapon. This is going to be a really fun weapon to use on Legacy mode in the new story. So again, we have another Rite of the Nine weapon with no survivors. This is a submachine gun solar, and of course I have it with Hill Clip Incandescent. A really good submachine gun. I know I don't have a lot of kills on this, but the first time I got it, I had at least 500 kills from that one day with this submachine gun. It is a really good submachine gun, and you get this from doing the Rite of the Nine Ghost of the Deep dungeon. So completely two different dungeons, and I will like to say, while you're doing these dungeons from the Rite of the Nine, you get little bits of currency that you can open. You can use to open chests at the Rite of the Nine area. So even if you don't get the role you want, you still get that currency to go to the Rite of the Nine area and open up chests. And the week that this is coming out, this Tuesday reset, every dungeon has an increased amount of currency. So you could pick out whatever dungeon you want to do, and then you could just open up that chest as many times as you want, and you could try to get adepts for any weapon that you want. So that's also a good thing to know. Now, this is one of my favorite bows. This bow came out in this season of Heresy, and it comes with Destabilizing Rounds and Repulsor Brace. This is a really, really good bow for those long-range encounters. Explosions everywhere, and you will barely get touched using it, and if you do get touched, you get a Void over shield. I really do like this bow. The bow, when I first got this roll, it had over 10,000 kills on it. 10,000 kills on it. But this is a new roll that I got recently, so I haven't got to use it. But this is a really good bow, and you guys should really use it. Now, I would like to say you do not need it to be adept for it to be good. I just like getting adept weapons because it's adept. But you don't need adept weapons for the weapon to be good. I would just like to say that right now. If you want to go farm it, during like the regular heresy event, just go do that. Or if you want to like open up heresy engrams, just do that. You do not need it to be adept. And for our last energy weapon, we do have the Nullify. Now the Nullify is from Salvation's Edge, which I don't expect everyone to know how to do. That's why I used it as the last weapon. If you do know how to do Salvation's Edge, you should probably already know about how good the Nullify is already. I have it with Hill Clip Incandescent. This Hill Clip could be replaced with Dragonfly Incandescent, but I like to get hilled when I get kills. So Hill Clip Incandescent for my medium to long range battles. This is craftable, so if you need help doing Salvation's Edge because you want a 2-burst pulse rifle, let me know in the comment section down below and I will help you do Salvation's Edge for free. Just let me know, and if you see me streaming, just come through. I will help you. I'll help almost everyone else who needs help with anything else. And for our power weapons, we are going to start off with Queen's Breaker. The Queen's Breaker bow is a really good linear. It's been in the game for a very long time. If you want this weapon, you need to get the Forsaken pack, which I believe is $15. It is a high damage linear, one of the highest damage weapons in the game currently, because of combat sights. Combat sights allows this weapon to shoot 3 bolts at a time, and then the catalyst gives it rewind rounds. So this is a really good weapon. I don't have a lot to talk about it. I don't have a lot to say about it because, it's Queen's Breaker bow. It's been the strongest weapon this whole season, and it never got nerfed. It might be a little bit underused because we got new exotics coming and new weapons, so we have to try out those new weapons, but Queen's Breaker bow might be one of the best weapons in the game, even next season and the seasons after that, until it probably gets nerfed. The Cold Comfort is our next weapon, and this weapon drops the same place as the No Survivors. You should probably go for Elemental Honing and Envious Arsenal. I got this roll with Bait and Switch. The difference between Bait and Switch and the Elemental Honing is a 5% difference. So if you get Bait and Switch on your Cold Comfort, then that's fine. But it's really just a replacement for Hezen's Vengeance. If you don't want to farm Hezen's Vengeance, you can farm Cold Comfort. Vice versa, the Cold Comfort would be easier to farm. Like I said before, I got this adept because I like farming adepts. You do not need an adept weapon for it to be good. For our next weapon, we have the Wicked Sister, and I got mine with auto-loading holster, Bait and Switch. Now, instead of auto-loading holster, you can switch that out for Envious Arsenal for a better roll, but auto-loading holster for me works perfectly fine. This weapon is completely free to play, so anyone can pick up this weapon. It's a great grenade launcher that does decent damage, and you should be picking that up with any of your Vanguard strikes. You can also farm Vanguard Reputation when you farm the Luna's Howl, so that should work out perfectly. This is I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. You guys can see the name of it. I'm sorry, guys. This is a linear fusion rifle that drops from the Nightfalls. Now, if it's not the featured Nightfall weapon, you can take 5 Vanguard engrams and put it into trying to get this weapon. So how that works is that when you get 5 Vanguard engrams and some Nightfall ciphers, you go to Zavala and you can actually buy this weapon without having it unlocked. So that's always good. You want it with rewind rounds and any damage perk. I have mine with Fireline because I'm usually using this in raid scenarios or dungeon scenarios. But this is a really good 3-burst linear fusion rifle, and it also comes with Vice Stinger. Vice Stinger is when you do damage with your viced weapon, it can put a bullet back into the weapon. Now, since this is a 3-burst, each little tick of damage that this linear can do has a chance to proc Vice Stinger. So that's why this linear is really good. If you guys didn't know that about Vice Stingers and 3-burst, that's why 3-burst and Vice Stinger is really good. For our last exotic on this list, we have Whisper of the Worm. Now, we don't know what's going on in the Edge of Fate, if the battles are going to be close range or long range. If any of the battles are super long range, then Whisper of the Worm is probably going to be one of the best weapons for that engagement. If you don't know what the Whisper of the Worm does, it is it states that after you land 3 rapid precision hits, it refills the mag. Now it takes 1 bullet from the reserves, but any 3 rapid precision hits refills the mag. You basically get free ammo. If you get whisper breathing, which is the catalyst, or you're aiming down sights, the gun, if you aim down sights without shooting, the gun gets extra damage until you reload or leave the zoomed in scope, right? So Whisper of the Room is a really good boss damage for snipers, and it's kind of just good in general. Whisper of the Room has kind of been left behind because of Queensbreaker, but maybe next season Queensbreaker will be left behind by Whisper of the Room, who knows. And for my last weapon, it's going to be Hammerhead. Now Hammerhead can be farmed the same way that you farm Luna's Howl during Onslaught, and I got it with 4 times the charm and killing tally. This was the guaranteed roll when this event first came out, but it is still really good. It's still really good. So if you have this roll, I say you should probably try it for ad clearing. This also works really well in Crucible. Hammerhead is a disgusting roll. It takes like 1 or 2 shots to kill anything in PvE. And yeah, that's kind of all the weapons I got for you guys. Hopefully you guys like this video. Sorry if it's a little bit wacky. I really want to get this video out. I've been struggling to try to find the inspiration to create content, but here you guys go. I'm going to be streaming at some time this week because I'm not going to be posting next week. I'm going to be streaming next week as well because I want to stream the story, and then I'm going to be going for like weapon reviews and all that. But hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, please let me know down in the comment section down below. If you guys need help with anything, let me know down in the comment section down below as well. Love you guys. Peace out. Bye bye.